Greetings all, it's Blue Knight. Welcome back to Slide 2 Band of Thieves. Previously, we drained the battery of its energy, and we cut off the energy source at the lighthouse. Today, we'll be ending... Whoa, that's a really long waypoint. Today, we'll be ending Episode 7 with Operation Canada Games, as we're competing in the Lumberjack Games for the Clockwork Talents.
Okay, guys, let's head down there and win those talents from Jean Bisson. Sly, try to keep a low profile when we get close. We don't want him to recognize you.
So one thing I forgot to point out when we first saw the Clockwork Talents is that they don't look mechanical at all. They don't really look like the Clockwork Talents showed in the animated cutscene. I mean, every other part we've seen in game has one way or another looked mechanical. Murray, you noticed? Yes, we caught on to his photobombing shenanigans. Anyways, as I was saying, the clockwork parts have one way or another looked mechanical throughout this entire game, but the clockwork talents don't. It might be just me, but it looks like they're accessories of an Indian, of a native Indian hat or something. It's like a native accessory. They really don't look like clockwork talents. Which is really weird because you think they would be able to make them look like look as such, but they don't, which is odd.
Excuse me, sir. We humble lumberjacks would like to participate in your Lumberjack Games.
Think you got what it takes to win the Clockwork Talons, eh? Well, I'm sure enough gonna let you play, so long as you pay the entry fee.
Much obliged, partner. We'll, just take our positions for the competition.
Enjoy the moment while you think you still got a chance. It's as close to winning as you'll ever get. This year's first event will be a power chopping contest. Not like anyone's ever gonna beat my record, but let them try.
Okay, so for the log chopping competition, the object is to break the log in as few hits as possible. Try to hit X when you're in the center or on the log icon, but I find it best to try and go for the center. That way you'll have a better chance of getting a high score. But in this case, you need to get a perfect score. Anything less than a 10 it will not let you pass. As a matter of fact, that goes for every event that we'll be competing in the Lumberjack Games today.
Not bad, Hippo. But watch and learn as I destroy that log without even breaking a sweat.
Okay, Bentley, you're on. Plant the eagle egg on Bassan, and the angry eagle parent should swoop in and throw off his axe timing.
Now we gotta plant that egg. And don't worry if you try to hold the triangle button for the egg like it's a bomb. You don't have to. Belly just holds it automatically. Just be careful if the eagles are swooping down to try and get their egg back, because if they attack you, of course the egg will break. That platform. Didn't get to it in time. Come on, come on, come on. Good. I was worried that the eagle would come down and swoop on me. So at this point, you should be golden. Just avoid the eagles and try and get to the platform fast enough. If you do those two things, then complete this first task, or first defensive task, so to speak, will be quite simple.
What? I think you better rethink them scores, boys. What you intended to give me was perfect tens, right? So your pink friend knows how to handle an axe. Let's see how you handle a vertical wall of ice.
So you'd think this shouldn't be too hard. We've climbed ice hooks before. And there's an ice wall between to use your two canes. But the big hazard to look out there is that some of these hooks are electrocuted. So be careful when you try to scale the upper portion of this wall.
Pretty good for a scrawny raccoon. Now, watch and learn as I demonstrate the art of power climbing.
Murray, use those grapples to hook onto Bison. You will need to hook him with all 3 lines to pull him off the wall.
See, so I recommend you try to do this as fast as possible, but try and take your time when lining up your shots. The second that you finish hooking with one wall hook, go immediately for the next one, because he'll scale this wall pretty fast. Try to get him while he's moving, that's the tough part. Got one more shot. Alright, first try! I was hoping that I would get it on the first try, and I did. Thank goodness for that.
It seems you have pulled the wrong cards again. Did I ever tell any of you the story about the judge from last year's competition who mistakenly gave me a score other than 10? I see we're tied with only one event to go. Unfortunately for you, I've saved my best event for the last. The spinning log competition.
Okay, looks easy enough. I just need to stay out of the water.
Easier said than done, Bentley. These logs, I believe they go in a certain pattern. But the big tip I have to share is that try and stay on the center log if you can. Did I make it? Ah, no I didn't. Thought I could make the jump, try to delay my time in the air long enough. And of course I didn't follow my own advice and go right back to the middle log. But that's the big tip I have to share. Try and stay on the middle log if you can. Because that will be the easiest one to go back to when the other 2 logs go down. I think the logs go in a certain pattern as time goes on, because the pattern, well, not the pattern, the logs keep going down faster, because the pattern keeps going faster, is what I'm trying to say. Almost there. Hopefully, can hang on just a little longer. Yep, I got it. I'm pretty sure I got this. Whoa, that was close. I almost slipped off there.
You're one lucky turtle, I'll give you that. But now, watch how a skilled log roller does it.
This is crazy. John Bison's got those judges so intimidated, there's no way he can lose.
You're right, Murray. Those guys need to go. Okay, I'm just making this up on the fly, but what if I were to lure the judges one by one into that cave? Once inside, you two will knock them out and take their clothes.
Ingenious! When all 3 judges have been restrained, we'll be able to don our disguises and take their place at the judges' table. Sly, you can use the alarm clock gadget to distract the judges and lure them into the cave.
That's a great plan, Sly, but you'll have to move fast. Once John Bison finishes the log rolling event, the gig is up.
Here we go. For some reason, my earlier playthroughs of this game, I had the alarm clock. Yep, got the alarm clock set. I think I'll put this to the L2 button instead. That's the power up button I mostly assign with it. And for some reason, past playthroughs, I used to have trouble with this part a lot. So I thought you had to be quick with using your alarm clocks, because the judges won't be. Oh no! This is what I was afraid would happen. The judge is right there, and he won't go into the. Ah, great. I gotta start all over again. Oh, let's go back. And he saw me. If he pushed me too! Talk about adding insult to injury. What a freaking jerk. Okay, let's try this again. That was what I was trying to avoid. Because sometimes when you throw the alarm clock near the cave, sometimes they won't walk all the way in. It's pretty dumb. So try and throw the alarm clock right into the entrance of the cave. That way it's guaranteed the judge will go in. For some reason the screen doesn't shake when the judge gets assaulted. Because that does happen when you play on the PS2 version. But on the HD version, it doesn't happen. I don't know why. It's a little detail that I noticed the last time I played this. One more judge to go. I recommend just using the alarm clock and then go right to the next platform immediately. Because the judge won't be distracted forever. In fact, I think the judges, in this particular case, they're distracted by the alarm clock a bit shorter than your regular guard. Stop noticing again. Ow! Damn it! I was so close there. Ah. I hate this part of the operation. Try to lure the judges. It's one I always seem to have difficulty with. But of course, when I'm able to do it straight with practicing, recording it is another story. Okay, one more time, but with feeling. And with more precision too, that will help. I don't want to say anything to jinx it. Yeah, that's what I was afraid would happen again. On. Oh man, he didn't notice. And I'm running out of energy on the thief meter and time too. The last guard is always the one I have trouble with. It always has to be the last one. Finally.
What? I thought I warned you judges about the consequences for incorrect scores. Wait a second. You aren't the judges I hired. It's the scrawny raccoon and his annoying friends. Well, if you want the challenge, then why don't you just take them?
Oh, my aching head. Those talons really pack a punch. Sly! Murray! Wake up!
Yeah, I'm awake, but not so loud. I have a splitting headache.
Where are we? What's going on?
This looks like the sawmill control room. Bisson must have thrown us in here for interrogation later. I, for one, would like to escape before he returns.
It looks like we're pretty well sealed in here. Unless
Unless what?
you can fit through that hole.
I think I could squeeze through there. I'll drop down and try to free you guys from the outside. If there's any trouble, I'll call with this walkie-talkie. You might be able to help me with these sawmill controls.
While you guys do that, I'll try prying open that steel door. Given enough time, I might be able to make some progress.
Sounds like a plan. Good luck, Bentley. And remember to shout if I can help you from up here.
Bentley, you okay? I can't see you from in here, but I heard the fall.
I'll be fine. Just give me a moment to catch my breath.
Well now, Candy Britches. I should have figured a puny turtle like you'd find a rat hole to squirm through.
Well, I just dropped my glasses, had to come pick 'em up.
I ain't like you, boy. I ain't stupid. When y'all were unconscious, me and my boys paid a visit to your hideout and found all them clockwork parts. Lucky thing, too. Arpeggio is willing to plunk down a king's ransom for the whole lot. I even threw in the talons.
You sold all the clockwork parts? Arpeggio has them all?
I wouldn't expect one of your kind to understand the finer points of commerce. You turtles are too stupid to know a woodcutter from a woodchuck.
That's it! Time I showed you just how stupid we turtles really are. Sly, on my command.
I hear you.
Prepare yourself, Bisson. En garde!
Okay, Walnut. Get ready for a smushing.
Call out which lever I should pull.
Wow.
Blades!
Bisson, that was low. That was really low. So we learned something about Bisson today.
Sauce?
Be quite the racist, although he's pretty smart. Considering that he's one of the only two people I can remember in this game that saw through a Cooper Gang disguise. Recall Neela was able to see through Sly's tuxedo back in episode 2.
Come on
And Bisson
Let's get this varmint.
was able to see through the disguise of the Cooper Gang. But we gotta teach him a lesson to show that turtles aren't to be messed with.
10-4.
Blades!
So here's the second phase that Bisson's calling out for minions. Just keep doing what you're doing. Just call out for whatever hazard that Bisson happens to be close to.
Sizzle is gizzle!
But be sure you're not in the path of that hazard as well, because they will damage you if you're not too careful. This is a pretty cool fight because it shows Bentley's ingenuity as he's able to command what hazard to use against Bisson. It kind of reminds me of the one job back in episode 5. It's episode 5? Yeah, episode 5.
Sizzle is gizzle!
Alright.
That Bentley had to go through the crypts to use certain hazards to defend himself from enemies. It was mojo trap action, that was it.
Flames!
That's what this boss fight reminds me of. Shows Benji has a lot of ingenuity.
On it.
Flame 'em!
Come out, boys. Let's get to killing.
Okay, now Bisson's gonna use both dynamite and his minions to try get us.
Uh-huh.
Let 'em go!
See if I can spam these logs fast enough to take him down.
Logs!
How's that?
One more should do it.
Logs! Logs!
Bit too soon. Too soon, too late.
Saw blades!
10-4.
Make sure you keep running. Hold down the R1 button. Wait. Oh, you don't have to hold down the R1 button. Bentley runs automatically. Well, that's all I was saying. Just keep moving, because Bisson will hurt you if he's trying to stay stationary, obviously.
Flames!
Tarnation! I've been done in by some four-eyed turtle? Times have changed.
Once again, brains triumph over brawn.
Good job, little buddy. That was some fast thinking.
Don't forget about me.
You did a great job opening that door, Murray.
Thanks.
Attention, John Bisson. Arpeggio's carrier blimp will arrive to pick up the Northern Light battery in exactly 1 minute.
Okay, enough patting ourselves on the back. If we're going to get the clockwork parts back, we need to get onto that blimp.
The silo battery isn't far. If we run, we can make it.
Enough talk, let's move.
Only one thing left to do. Gotta make a run for the battery. If you remember, We
Shake a
drained the
leg.
battery of its
The
light
blimp's
of
on
its
its way.
power source back in the last episode. So we won't be in any danger if we go into it. I'm pretty sure no cars are chasing us. Guess they don't notice until we're detected. But just like that, we just have to run to the battery. Okay, I'm not sure why Belly has to be thrown up there. You can just take the trampoline. Kinda lazy, Bentley.
As we shut ourselves into the Northern Light battery, it became black. For a few long minutes, we just sat there in darkness. No one dared to talk for fear that Jean Bisson's men might discover where we were hiding. Time seemed to have stopped. And then, we felt it. We were being lifted up to Arpeggio's blimp. It was all so strange. The focus of all our schemes had been stolen from us. Our clockwork parts were gone. Looking around the inside of the battery, I knew we all felt it. Failure. I was twitchy and ready for action. Any action. Bentley tried to make some sense of the situation by drawing up meaningless plans. But Murray took it the worst. He just sat there sobbing while the team van floated away over the horizon. That van was his life. I knew I'd have to find a way to make it up to him.
All of our efforts gone to waste. It's very sad everything you worked so hard for, so hard to attain, all flushed down the drain like that. But this means that we're finally near the end of the game, the final episode. It's been a long time coming, but the road will be ending soon. So next time on Sly 2 Band of Thieves, we'll begin the last episode. And hopefully, we can stop Arpeggio before he does the unthinkable and assembles Clockwork back together. I'll be ending my commentary here, but of course there's only one more clue I have to get before we get that power up. So until next time everyone, farewell for now, enjoy the rest of the video.
If I did my math right, and I always do my math right, then the combination has got to be 583. Gadzooks, that's a nice one.